Okay, let's talk about landing your dream design job. Specifically, that VP of design role you've been eyeing. You know, the one that requires a portfolio that screams leader, not just I make things pretty.
It's a big step up from individual contributor, right?
hmm
The stakes are higher, the scope is broader, and showcasing that effectively in a portfolio can be tricky.
Exactly. And that's why we're diving into this really insightful article today. It features advice from a seasoned design pro who's been there, done that, and wants to help you nail that VP portfolio.
And one of the first things this article emphasized is the major mindset shift required for design leadership. It's not just about being a fantastic individual designer anymore. It's about leading and inspiring a team to achieve a shared vision.
So it's less about showcasing your personal design chops and more about demonstrating how you elevate the work of an entire team.
Exactly.
Mm.
In fact, there's a quote from the VP in this article that really captures this shift. They said, "I use my design skills now for designing teams that design products."
Powerful, right?
It's like your canvas becomes the team itself, not just the individual project. And that requires a completely different way of thinking about your portfolio.
Absolutely. Your portfolio needs to tell the story of your leadership journey, highlighting the collective achievements of your team and the tangible business impact you've driven. Think of it less like a showcase of individual projects and more like a tapestry where those projects are threads woven together to create a larger, more impactful picture.
I love that analogy. So how do we actually weave that tapestry? What are some concrete ways to showcase team success in a way that resonates with someone hiring for a VP role? Well, instead of just presenting a collection of individual projects, think about how you can structure your portfolio around collaborative efforts. Highlight projects where you led a team to solve a complex design challenge or achieve a significant business goal. And don't be afraid to get specific.
You mean like actually quantify the impact of the team's work?
Exactly. Numbers speak volumes, especially to those hiring for leadership roles. Did your team's redesign of a key product feature lead to a 15% increase in user engagement? Did the design system you spearheaded reduce development time by 20%? These are the kinds of results that make a VP's portfolio stand out.
So it's about showcasing the team's wins and backing them up with solid data that demonstrates your leadership impact. But it's not just about throwing numbers at them, right?
Right. It's about crafting a compelling narrative around those numbers. Remember that anecdote from the article, the one about the VP who helped boost employee satisfaction by 18 points in just 6 months? It's not just about the impressive statistic, it's the story behind it that truly resonates. How did they achieve that? What specific initiatives did they implement?
It's like we always say, data tells, but stories sell. You need that human element to really bring those numbers to life and make your impact feel real and relatable.
Exactly. And speaking of relatable, we need to remember that recruiters often come to the table with preconceived notions about design leadership.
Oh, yeah.
They may not fully grasp the strategic depth and business acumen required for the role.
Oh, tell me about it. It's like sometimes they think we just pick pretty fonts all day. Which brings us to another crucial point from the article, directly addressing those potential misconceptions within our portfolios.
Precisely. It's about speaking their language while also subtly educating them on the true scope of a VP of design.
Okay.
Consider adding a concise but impactful section outlining the strategic responsibilities of the role.
Mm-hmm.
Then, seamlessly transition into how your experience aligns with those demands, using concrete examples.
So it's about anticipating their questions and providing the answers before they even have to ask.
Yeah,
And within those answers, the article stresses the importance of storytelling.
absolutely. Don't just list achievements. Weave a narrative that draws the reader in and leaves them wanting more. For example, instead of saying, "I led the redesign of the company's website," tell them about the specific challenges you faced, the innovative solutions your team developed, and the quantifiable impact it had on the business.
It's like we're giving them a crash course in VP of Design 101 without them even realizing they're in class. We're
Well,
sneaking in those leadership lessons alongside those beautiful visuals.
exactly. Now, speaking of visuals, there's another layer to this whole portfolio puzzle that we hasn't touched on yet. Infusing your personal brand into your work.
This is where it gets really interesting for me. We've talked about showcasing the team, demonstrating impact. But how do you let your own personality and leadership style shine through?
It's about those subtle touches that make your portfolio stand out from the crowd.
Okay.
I once saw a portfolio that incorporated hand-drawn sketches alongside polished case studies.
Wow.
It was unexpected, it was personal, and it immediately communicated the candidate's passion and creative spirit.
I love that. It's like those little details tell you more about the person behind the work than any bullet point ever could.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Remember, you're not just trying to land an AV key role, you're looking for the right fit.
Right.
And the more you can showcase your unique perspective and approach, the more likely you are to attract the attention of companies that align with your values and vision.
So how do we strike that balance between showcasing our experience and injecting our personality? It feels like a delicate
It
dance.
is. Think of your portfolio as a beautifully designed room.
Okay.
Yes, the furniture and layout are important. Those are your skills and experience.
Mm.
But it's the art on the walls, the books on the shelves, the throw pillows on the couch that really make it feel like you. Those are the personal touches that transform a space from generic to inviting, from forgettable to unforgettable.
Okay, that's a fantastic analogy. It's about creating an experience for the person reviewing your portfolio, something that goes beyond just ticking boxes and actually makes them feel something.
Precisely. And one way to evoke that feeling is to think about the overall narrative you're trying to convey.
Yeah.
What's the story you want to tell about yourself as a design leader?
And that's a great point to pause on because if we go back to the beginning, we were talking about how this article really emphasized the need for a VP of design to be a storyteller.
Right,
Yeah.
exactly. It's not enough to just present the facts of your career.
Yeah.
You need to weave them into a narrative that captivates the reader, showcases your unique strengths, and leaves them excited to see what you'll do next.
It's like that feeling you get when you finish a really good book and you just have to know what happens next. You want your portfolio to evoke that same sense of anticipation.
Absolutely. And remember, that story you're telling should be an authentic reflection of who you are as a design leader. What are your core values? What kind of impact are you most passionate about making? Let those questions guide the narrative of your portfolio.
So it's not just about showcasing your past achievements, it's about projecting your future vision.
Exactly. The most compelling design leaders are the ones who are constantly evolving, always looking for new challenges to tackle, always pushing the boundaries of what's possible. Your portfolio should reflect that ongoing journey.
So to bring it all back to this awesome article and our deep dive today, what's the one key takeaway you want our listeners to walk away with? What's that final nugget of wisdom they can apply to their own VP of Design portfolio journey?
I think the article summed it up beautifully with its closing thought. If your design leadership style were a work of art, what would it look like? Let that question guide you. Would it be a bold, abstract expression of creativity, a meticulously crafted masterpiece of detail, a thought-provoking installation that challenges conventions? Your portfolio should be a reflection of that vision, a captivating expression of your unique leadership style.
So as we wrap up, it's not just about having a portfolio. It's about having a portfolio that's a true reflection of you as a design leader, one that captures your journey, your vision, and your unique approach to creating impactful design experiences.
And don't forget, it's an ongoing process. Just like your leadership style is constantly evolving, so too should your portfolio keep iterating, keep experimenting, and keep pushing yourself to create a portfolio that truly represents the incredible design leader you are.
That's such an inspiring note to end on. This has been an incredible deep dive into the world of crafting a standout VP of Design portfolio. We've covered so much ground today, from showcasing team success and using data effectively to infusing your personal brand and crafting a compelling narrative.
And most importantly, we've learned that building a VP portfolio is more than just a box to tick. It's an opportunity to reflect on your journey, articulate your vision, and position yourself for the leadership role of your dreams.
This is about stepping into that role with confidence, clarity, and a portfolio that roars, not just whispers. Thanks for joining us on this deep dive. Until next time, keep designing, keep leading, and keep pushing the boundaries of what's possible.